This May, Kingstree, South Carolina becomes a place of remembrance and reflection. Join us for a powerful two-day commemoration marking the 60th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1966 call to march on ballot boxes. Together, we honor the past, examine the promise, and shape the future. Friday, May 8th and Saturday, May 9th, 2026. For more information, contact C. Williams Rush at 803-397-1859.
They say freedom isn't free. And tonight, as we look upon this simple table and remember the ones who paid the price but never came home, this is the missing man table. Each piece tells a story. The small table, for one, symbolizes the isolation of our prisoners of war. The white cloth represents the purity of their service, their willingness to answer the call. The single red rose reminds us of families who still wait year after year, hoping for word of their loved ones' return. The lemon is bitter, just like their fate. The salt, the tears of those left behind. The glass is inverted. The chair left empty because they are not here. But their spirit remains. Their sacrifice endures. Here in Andrews, South Carolina, we're doing something powerful, something historic. We're building a POW MIA monument, one of only a few in the entire state of South Carolina, to honor those who were taken and those who never returned, a place where generations can come to learn, reflect, and remember, a place where their stories live on. But we can't do it alone. We need your help, your donations, your support, your voice to bring this monument to life. Every dollar brings us one step closer to honoring our heroes right here at home. So join us, be a part of history. Donate to the POW Monument of Andrews, South Carolina. For those still missing, for those who never came home, for those we will never forget.
Good evening, everybody. What's up? Listen, if you can hear me clearly, somebody please let me know in the chat that you can hear me, or just hit the like button. Let me know that you can hear me clearly. Got a lot I want to talk about to Nizzle. If y'all don't mind, we're gonna partake in a adult beverage. Thank you very much. Again, welcome in, guys. If you haven't already, please go ahead and become a follower of Andrews the Podcast. You can just follow me right here on this page, or go over to Welcome to Andrews the Podcast and follow us on that page. Also, if you'd like to become a subscriber, it's 99 cents a month. All right, 99 cents a month helps the podcast out. Basically, a financial donation. But you can donate through Cash App. You see on the bottom of the screen right there. McDuffie says 6'7". I don't know what that means. McDuffie, break that down for me. What is 6'7"? So the internet has been going crazy for the last 2 days since the post by President Donald Trump on, I guess, Truth Social regarding what he a picture that he put up of former President Barack Obama and his wife, depicting them, well, their heads superimposed on an ape or a monkey body. And it just sent the internet into a frenzy. And so what we're gonna do first, right? So everybody's seen the picture. If you haven't, go find it. It's on the internet. I'm not going to share it here. Um, but what we're going to do, and I'm doing this with you guys because I haven't done it yet, is listen to Trump's response to what he did, and then I'll get into my bigger idea for this evening and my thoughts on it. I have some thoughts on it, and so let's see what President Donald Trump has to say.
Social media post that you took down earlier today. The White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There's a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at thousands of things, I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on the Lion King, and certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it, and probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on the Lion King, and a lot of people were covered in different positions.
All right, and that was President Donald Trump's response. I didn't hear the whole thing, so I think I want to go back and play it again.
Social media post that you took.
Give me a second. I'm gonna play it again. But I mean, I heard parts of it. Is it anything different from what anybody expected? Are we still pretending that he hates Barack Obama and Barack Obama hates him? But I want to hear it again because it's typical the way Donald Trump answers, doesn't answer, answers in a manner that lets you know that he don't give a damn. So let's run this back one more time, and then we'll talk about it.
Down earlier today. The White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
I looked at it. I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There's a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at thousands of things, I looked at the beginning of it. It was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered. If you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff on The Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it. And probably they would have had the sense to take it down. But that was a takeoff on The Lion King. And a lot of people were covered on in different positions. So.
Okay, and there it is. So the bottom line is Trump said he's not apologizing. Okay? He's not apologizing. So now what? And so here's how here's what I'm thinking. All right, here's some of what I'm thinking. All right. How many times are we going to fall for the banana? How many times are we really going to fall for, we the people, the banana in the tailpipe? Yeah, but that was awful. Yes, you're right. I agree. That was awful. That was lowbrow. But I've got some questions that I want to ask you all. Because and I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to get my little notes together here. Because I do have a point that I want to make. And the question is this: if you've already said that Trump's a racist, right? If you've already come to this conclusion since the first time he ran for president, if this is something that you have said, this is something that you believe, this is something that you feel, and you've said this, when he does something that confirms your belief, why are people acting like they're shocked? Why are people acting like they're surprised that what they've been saying, what people, I mean, you can't find anybody damn near that hasn't said, you know what I mean, hey, Trump's a racist, he's an idiot, that orange bastard, da, 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 da. Yet we still keep acting surprised when he confirms what you believe. I hope I haven't lost anybody so far. I hope I haven't confused anybody so far. If I have, just let me know. Hey, you're confusing me. What are you saying? What are you actually saying to us tonight? Okay, let's think about this. Because at this point, a lot of the outrage that I'm seeing, a lot of it's performative. It's not genuine. It's not going to bring about any change. It's performative. Let me see if I can say the slickest thing over the next person. What is it going to change substantively? What to a person? What is it going to cause you to do? What is this outrageous situation going to cause you to do in order to work moving forward to fight against that kind of thing? What kind of changes are you going to make? Or are you going to just post a nice I told him post on social media and move on to the next thing? where you be outraged again, yet nothing actually changes. And uh, it's like we're in Groundhog Day. Same result, same action, same result, same consequence. And then recycle it and do it again. Are people justified for being upset? Of course. People be upset about whatever they want to be upset about. I'm not saying that people are not allowed to be offended. I'm not saying that people shouldn't speak up. What I'm questioning is patterns, the art of distraction. It's like outrage has become a routine reaction instead of a meaningful response. I mean, the predictability of it is that everybody already has their opinion. The people who felt the way that they feel now about Trump, they felt like this a year ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago. Supporters are going to stay supporters, and critics are going to stay critics. But what does it change? How do we take this energy and affect change? I mean, just on social media, we spend a massive amount of emotional energy reacting to moments that don't actually produce outcomes. Where that energy could be used in our community in some way. That's what I'm saying. When are we going to get to the point where these type of things spark people to the point where they make the positive changes that they need to make to affect things in their community? Otherwise, we just following the next trending topic. I mean, we spend a lot of attention on things, but what's being built around it? Think about the George Floyd. Just go back to George Floyd, and let's think about how much money you've heard, what kind of figures you've heard that was generated around the death of that dude, and ask yourself what was built with all that money, what was actually built, what what can we look back at and say, hey, look, because of that, that changed this. Again, at some point, reaction becomes predictable, and when reaction becomes predictable, you can be triggered. It can be used against you as a weapon. I mean, if people know exactly what will cause outrage in you, then they can use that against you. And That's the one thing that the elites know. They know that outrage dominates the conversation. So no matter what else is going on with the Epstein files or any other things, they know where to land the outrage at. They know how to get a rise up out of us when we already know who and what they are. We got to get out of this trend cycle of observation where a topic explodes, everyone reacts, and 72 hours later, we on to the next topic. What people standing with Don Lemon here recently? That's the newest dumb uh, cliche. I stand with this person. I stand with that person. I stand with my two legs. That's how I stand. That's what I stand with my legs. That's just a new thing to say. I stand with this one. I stand with that one. Keep standing. Again, okay, I get it. We outrage. We see you. We hear you. Now what? What changes? What can we fix? What can we improve? What actions? What positive actions are going to come from the hate that was spewed from the president of the United States? Because if the outrage doesn't lead to some changes, if nothing changes after the outrage, then it's just noise. It's just noise. Outrage actually may feel like power to some of you in the moment, but results are actually that's the only thing that matters. And I'm gonna say that again. Outrage might feel powerful in the moment. You may think I'm speaking truth to power and all that kind of business. But results are actually is what actually matters.
In times of trouble, you need someone who knows the law, knows the community, and knows how to fight for you. The law offices of Caesar McKnight, right here in Kingstree, South Carolina, is committed to protecting your rights and protecting your future. From criminal defense, personal injury, to family law. When the stakes are high, Experience matters, and so does someone who listens. Call today and get a competent, passionate, and effective legal team on your side. Because when life hits hard, you don't have to go through it alone. The law offices of Caesar McKnight, justice for real people, serving the Kingstree and surrounding South Carolina communities. Call now or visit the website today or stop by for a free consultation. Join us for an unforgettable evening of elegance, purpose, and community at the 5th annual Keep the Beat Gala. This signature event brings together supporters, leaders, and changemakers for a night of music, culture, and meaningful impact. Hosted by the NOLA Network, this gala supports a mission rooted in one simple belief: that every individual deserves access to the resources they need to live their healthiest lives. When you attend, you're not just attending an upscale masquerade experience. You're standing with fine organizations committed to health, equity, and community well-being. So join us on Saturday, February 28th from 7 to 10 p.m. at 698 West South 4th Street in Seneca, South Carolina. Tickets are available now, including early bird specials, VIP, and also couple options. Visit thenolanetwork.org to purchase tickets and to learn how you or your organization can become a donor and a supporter of this incredible organization. Remember, dress to impress, wear your mask, and help us keep the beat for health, for community, and for change. Thank you.
Yeah, man, I think that's where I'm in at right there. It's just basically what comes of this. Okay, so you know, definitely opening up for debate. I'm sure we'll talk about this on Real Talk Tuesday, and we'll see where this topic leads to. What's up next? So.